Welcome back to episode 2 of Vieques Island, where we took a short flight from the mainland of Puerto Rico to visit the small island of Vieques in the Caribbean Ocean. Join us as we search for more snorkeling locations and our continuous look for adventure in the Caribbean island of Vieques. You can follow us on some of our other social medias, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Next Trekking Adventure. So day 2 started off with us having some breakfast on our private veranda at the Seagate Hotel in Vieques. We drew a circle on the map as to the beach that we were told some of the best snorkeling was at. We jumped in our car and we ignored the lights and bells and whistles that would go off, and we headed down the long gravel road to our beach.
Arenas Green Beach. We've already been driving for what? Quarter mile, half a mile?
Little mile, yeah. Road's a little rough. Little rough.
This is the furthest point on the island.
Okay, so today we drove down a long dirt and gravel road, kind of bumpy, but we came out to, what beach was this?
I think it's Punta Arenas Green Beach.
Puntas Arena Green Beach. Okay, something like that. If we murdered it, oh well. And we're told if we snorkel out this way, straight out from the first parking area, there's some grass and there's typically turtles and rays out there. And then if you go out this way, there's more reefs and shallower water, but some reefs and some stuff to see. So we're gonna try our hand at snorkeling today. You can see in the background there's some people snorkeling. You'll know you've arrived when you get to this little covered area. So, but the beach is really, really good. It's not that fine sand. It's a thick, coarse sand with lots of shells in it. So, but you know what? It's a gorgeous beach. All right, well, we're gonna gear up and we're gonna go out and do some snorkeling. Let's do it. Well, our search for sea turtles wasn't a great success. In fact, we didn't see a lot of fish on this snorkel. We spent some time out there on the reef, snorkeling up and down. A lot of little fish, no real big fish. But this, as it turned out, was one of our clearest snorkeling days. The water was perfectly clear, visibility was really good. We just didn't see a lot of fish on this particular day. But it was still a really good snorkel trip. Well, we spent about an hour snorkeling or so. Did see some little fish, but nothing spectacular, even though the water is really warm, allowing you to stay out for longer than maybe you should. But we jumped back in the car, drove down the long gravel road, looking for Mosquito Pier. And rumor is on Mosquito Pier is that it was built by the Navy to cross the ocean. I'm not 100% sure that's accurate. It might have been just a great place to build a port. But that's the local legend, at least
So we're driving
as we
out
were told.
on the pier, and at one point, this the military during World War II was going to connect mainland Puerto Rico to Vieques Island. So for ammunition depots. So they were dumping rock and making a road. Of course, they didn't make it all the way across. It's starting to rain. But you can drive out on this.
Coming up on our left, you can see lots of trucks lining up to get onto the ferry that ferries them back and forth from mainland Puerto Rico to Vieques Island. So now, for the most part, that's what the pier is used for, is a ferry port to get on and off the island for big trucks.
Drive out here, you might capture some pretty good sunsets.
Looks like you can.
The stay for the sunset. We had one more thing we wanted to see while we were on this side of the island. We were told about a tree that was 375 years old. Of course, that literature was written 25 years ago. So, estimated 400-year-old tree, a Siebe. And when we got there, we weren't disappointed. 300-year-old tree. What did you say? Estimated around 375-year-olds. Ceiba Tree, or Ceiba. And we stopped here just to kind of check it out. It's amazing. Ceiba. And they put benches all around, so you can see clearly it's fall. So here, because there's no branches or leaves on the tree. Hindsight, I'm hoping that was the case, that maybe most of the leaves had fallen off, but when reviewing the pictures I did notice there was spots of green, so I'm just hoping that the tree is still healthy. It did have some growth on it, but there was a lot, as you could hear as I was walking, it was crunchy underneath my feet, so it had recently lost some leaves. But hopefully the tree is still healthy. There you go. That's a 360. The tree was truly amazing, but as we were losing light, we wanted to get back to our hotel, the Seagate, where we had made friends with Scott and Rita, who were soon to be retired and house hunting on the island of Vieques, and we were anxious to hear how they did for the day. So we hustled back to have some adult beverages on our veranda and talk with Scott and Rita on how their day went. We thank you for joining us. We hope you'll like and subscribe, and we'll see you
on our next trekking adventure.